Because after I got hit, I was very excited. And my voice was extremely loud. Yeah,
Louder than now.
imagine. I will talk and windows will vibrate. Imagine.
It's not funny.
Trust me, I know it. Please put this in there. Before I go any further, I just have to say, your dreads are locked on.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. That's the joke always make for dreaded people. It's on that sofa I lived for 4 months.
Without treatment, without any professional help.
No, just on the medication. Because there was no money at home. Yeah.
Now in Nairobi or in your Ushago?
Nairobi.
In Nairobi.
Yeah.
So what happened after the 4 months? Did you recover or did you get help?
So I was told by my mom that after the 4th month, my arms and legs just started shaking. My mom noticed that and tried to lift me up to stand. I was told that I got hold of the standing up eventually. And when I did, I would just tell people I was given the biggest throwback of my life.
What is that?
Because then I've been taught how to walk, how to talk, and how to use my...
Happy New Year from the Secrets of the Mind show. You are with me, your host, Jedida Wafula, and I have always advocated on this show that you should take care of your mental health because your mental health well-being is very crucial. And once you have issues with your mental health, it becomes so hard for you to even concentrate or do anything in life. So today with me, I have a guest. He goes by the name Ian Wekesa. He's going to talk about depression and trauma and how he overcome all these, or if he didn't overcome, what is he doing to improve this state? So welcome Ian and kindly introduce yourself.
Hi Jedida.
Hi.
Before I go any further, I just have to say, your dreads are locked on.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. That's the joke always make for dreaded people. So, as you say, my name is Ian Wekesa. I'm 29 years old. Currently single and searching very vehemently. So guys, any single lady out there, I'm available and I'm handsome and funny. So I'm a full package plus bonuses. So, all these episodes started in campus. When I joined. Because before campus, I was used to being hit on by ladies. And I got used to that lifestyle. Because I'll never stay more than 2 weeks without a girlfriend. Like, I know that I had many, I only had 3.
That's a
It's a fair enough number.
Is it fair?
Okay, it's not fair.
Okay.
For my looks, it's unfair. So, but considering it was out of no effort, it was very fair. So, I went to campus with that mentality of being hit on. But I didn't know the campus was a whole different ball game. Because when I got to campus, sure enough, I was approached by these 2 ladies who quickly became my friends out of my desperation for attention. So during our conversations, one lady told me how the house has 7 bedrooms. The other told me it has 5. And because I come from a 2-bedroom home, I was afraid of telling them the truth because I thought they would leave me. So I saw it best to lie to them. So I started with my creativity, and I also invited stupidity and childishness to the meeting. And we came up with a lie that we live in Western Towers and that we own a penthouse in the top floor. And the ladies made me think that they believed me. And because I saw that they believed me, I saw it best to fake a life support the lie. Because I couldn't say that we come from a penthouse, yet I'm there eating chapati madodo. So I had to upgrade my lifestyle. And I did that by spending all my pocket money on them. Showing them that I'm the generous rich guy. So I'll be taking them out for meals, paying for events, and paying some of their bills as they requested.
So where did you get this amount of money to pay their bills and cater for them?
I just use my pocket money.
So that means you're coming from a well-off family?
Not really. I'll just use the 500 I've been sent to cater for my whole week to spend on them for one day. Because these ladies knew how to chop their money. They will chop till I'm broke. So, they'll finish all my pocket money in one day.
So what becomes of you the rest of the week now that you don't have pocket money?
Luckily for me, I used to carry uji flour from home. So we make a lot of uji in my biggest sufuria and have it for breakfast, lunch, and supper. So we'll be surviving on an appetizer. And the point is not, I'm a lawyer. We're not used to being hungry. That is not our language. So there I am hungry, surviving on an appetizer. Plus, I also have to go. I still have to go to class. So I was told by my first therapist that constant struggle to maintain that fake life is what drove me to depression because of the anxiety it caused in my mind. And that anxiety, because it was unchecked, it led to depression. But the depression did not manifest immediately. It just lay dormant in my mind, developing itself. Until after the 6th month, those ladies left me after they got a new boyfriend. Who, as it turned out, was not even a boyfriend, it was just the next target. Because as it turned out, those ladies were in the habit of doing that to men, to first years. They would catch an innocent first year and use them to get favors out of them. So it's just one of their targets. Yeah. So that was my first year for the first 6 months until I lost track of them. And I was glad that they left me because at least the stress has removed itself. Until second year, when I met this lady who would end up being my girlfriend, when she noticed me struggling with my education, so she offered to help me study. Then during our conversations, we realized that we both like watching animations. So we started watching animations together. Until one night, as we were watching an animation, she landed a kiss on me. And because I was desperate, and from watching a lot of animations of true love skills, she kissed me, and I thought it was true love skills. So I fell in love with her immediately. And that's how we started dating. Then when this lady kept showing me that she loved me, my love for her grew more and more. Until when we got to third year, in 2017, we decided to move in together. But the blunder was that year I was late in booking my rooms. So the only rooms that were left were common rooms. And those ones are usually packed with a lot of people. So I said it was not wise for me to bring my girlfriend to a room full of men. So I decided that I would be the one to move into her room.
She was living outside the school.
No.
She was living in a hostel.
Yeah. But only had 2 ladies. So I saw it was better than moving into a lot of men. Because the good thing was the roommate was the outgoing kind of lady. Because she was always out, leaving the room to us. She'd only come into the room once in a while. So the room was basically ours. So that made the love grow stronger. Yeah.
So before you got this now your girlfriend, right now you are in your second year, you got your girlfriend. So had you addressed the anxiety and the depression that you had previously?
I not.
Why? Or you didn't know that you
didn't.
had depression?
Yeah. It was just hidden in my mind. Yeah.
So now you find this person, she loves you, and for you part, your love grows. Now you are staying in the same room, love is booming. So what next after now? Love is booming. What happened next?
It was all very good. But it was through a help studying that I got my highest scores. Yeah. So that motivated me to love her even more. I loved her in the manner that I dedicated myself fully to her. Yeah. We were so much everyone noticed our love. To the point that we even voted the best couple in campus.
That is when you're in third year.
Yes. And that even motivated us to love each other more. Because now we had a reputation to maintain. We're not just loving for each other. We're loving for the society. Because couples used to come to our room for advice on how to maintain their relationships.
That's now another anxiety on top of the first anxiety that you had.
So it was just building. But we loved each other till we got to this point where I don't remember any of this because I was just told things by my ex. Because she told me that when you got to August 2017, I started doing some crazy things. Like the first episode was me stealing girls' clothes from the hanging lines. Yeah.
So you steal them, and where do you keep them or you sell them? What were
I would
you
just
doing?
hide them. Just to make the ladies suffer. Unconsciously. So, that's the first case. Because my ex told me that when I saw those clothes, at the same point I was almost beaten by ladies.
So they caught you at one
At
time.
one point they caught me and almost beat me up. But my girlfriend came down and defended me. Because she could have heard the screams outside her room. So she came quickly down to the where the ladies were. They surrounded me, ready to beat me up. But my ex defended me. Yeah. So that was one case. Another case was me abusing people randomly in the school streets. Yeah. And another case was this time she took me to the market to buy clothes. And apparently was trying to remove my clothes in public to fit in new ones. Yeah. So when she noticed all these crazy behaviors, she called my mom to inform her. So my mom just told her to put me in a matatu to come to Nairobi. Where my mom was waiting for me at the stage. And she picked me up from the stage and took me to Avenue Hospital Parklands. So when going to Avenue Hospital, the doctors put me under observation. But they came back to my mom and told her that they believe that I've used drugs.
They didn't even want to check if it's a mental health issue. The
Yeah.
only thing they figured out was drugs.
Yeah, they just assumed it was drugs. But my mom protested, saying I'd never used any drugs. Because she was sure because she knew my girlfriend and they were always talking with her. So she knew how I was behaving at home and at school. And she knew everything was okay. So the doctors decided to do a drug test. So I was told by my mom that the moment they tried taking the injection to draw blood, that's when immediately I became paralyzed.
So you are not aggressive or something?
No, I was never violent. So when I became paralyzed, I had to be admitted because another case is the reason. So I stayed admitted only for 3 weeks because after the 3 weeks the bills had become too much. So I had to be discharged while still paralyzed. So I was taken back home in that state.
Which side of your body was paralyzed?
All my limbs and speech. Yeah. So I was taken back home. Later on the sofa set where I could be seen easily. And it's on that sofa I lay for 4 months.
Without treatment, without any professional help?
No, just on medication. Because there was no money at home. Yeah.
Now in Nairobi or in your Ushago?
Nairobi.
In Nairobi.
Yeah.
So what happened after the 4 months? Did you recover or did you get help?
So I was told by my mom that after the 4th month, my arms and legs just started shaking. My mom noticed that and tried to lift me up to stand. I was told that I got hold of the standing up eventually. And when I did, I would just tell people I was given the biggest throwback of my life.
What is that?
Because I started being taught how to walk, how to talk, and how to use my arms like a child. Talk about being born again.
Born the second time, not the Christian way.
Yes. Yes. So I went on learning those things slowly by slowly. Until I got to this point where I'll try walking, but I could not walk on my own. I'll need some support. Because I was told by my first therapist that I had not gotten hold of coordination yet. So I could not coordinate myself. That's why I'll need some support.
So sorry to cut you short. You keep talking about your therapist. So when did you get help from a therapist? Is it after now you've learned how to walk, then they realize
I'm
it's
getting
an...
there.
Okay.
Wacha udaku.
Lazima tukuwe na udaki ni 2024.
So as I was there learning those things slowly by slowly, there walking like a child, needing support, I did that for a few weeks until one fateful Saturday morning. I remember that at that moment I was now conscious. Because I remember I got up that morning and turned on my mobile data to receive only one WhatsApp message. No Facebook notification, nothing. Only that message. which was the message of my life. Because it was a WhatsApp video posted in my class group. And there was no activity in that group for a while. Then suddenly a video is sent and they had a very big size. So I was very curious. To the extent that when I pressed for it to start downloading, I just sat on the bed watching it download. Till it finished downloading and I pressed play.
Makosa.
Si makosa. Haizi kuwa makosa ukiwa na Mungu. So, after that video finished downloading, I quickly pressed play. And in the first few seconds of that video, I was shocked to my bones. Because what I saw in that video was all my classmates, who I never even talked to because I was an introvert, but they were all there in that video making amazing prayers for my healing. Imagine. Tell me if that's not love.
This is now the first time you are using your phone.
Yes. After all those months. So I was there, watching that video, feeling touched by every scene. I even remember there was this scene where I saw this scene that opened up where like all those classmates were arranged in two lines in the graduation square, and some people were holding up papers with letters written on them. And those letters were arranged to read out, "We love you, Ian." Now they've verified their love. Isn't that touching?
That's very touching, and that's so good because at some point it encouraged somebody. If you are sick, it encouraged you to heal.
Yeah.
You get that strength from because there is this love, and there is people are impressing you right now.
Yeah.
So when you got this love, you felt this love. So what was the next step that you did? Ama, what did you do?
So after that, it is just miracle upon miracle. Because after finishing that video, I just put the phone down slowly on the bed, breathed in heavily, breathed out. Then I just jumped up out of excitement. When I landed, I was so short of the jump up. I just kept on jumping, screaming out, "Naruka, naruka, naruka." Because there was excitement in me. And that's how I got healed.
Wow, that's so good. So now you are still learning how to speak at this period of time. Then when you over a sudden you started speaking from nowhere.
Yes.
Okay. Then the prayers must be powerful.
Prayers are very powerful. So after that, after my mom saw that I started walking, that's why I started seeing a therapist now. Okay? So I started seeing for sessions in Ruaraka. I started with weekly visits that went on reducing slowly by slowly as I went on getting better.
So you had sessions every day for the first period of your therapy.
Every weekend. I started with sessions every weekend. Then they went on becoming less and lesser. Yes. Until the psychiatrist eventually cleared me for school. Because I remember whenever I used to go to visit her, at the end of every session, she would give me a topic to write about. And I remember in those notes, I used to praise my girlfriend. My God. At that time, I used to idolize her. After watching that video of her taking care of me in hospital. I watched this video of her helping me walk in hospital ward. And that video really gripped my heart. I was so touched until I started idolizing her. That's why I used to praise her in those letters. Yeah.
So now you've started therapy. You've got someone, you are talking to somebody, and apparently right now they understand you. So how was your first session when you went for therapy? How was it? Because most of the time when people go for therapy, it's very much hard for them to open up because you've met a stranger. You don't know if you tell them your problems or your issues, they will help you. So how was your first session in the therapy?
For me, it was amazing. For me, after that healing switched me from being an introvert to an extrovert, which I believe God did so that I never go back to depression again. Because nowadays, whenever I have an issue, I always air it out. I never die with my problems anymore. So this therapist was someone who I knew was going to help me. So I will talk to them freely, knowing that they are my help. Yeah.
So when you are taking the sessions, of course they told you what led to depression, what led you to you being paralyzed. So what were the issues that made you go into depression or put you in the situation that you are in, the situation of being paralyzed? So did she explain to you what caused all these?
Not really. Actually, I came to realize that my mom made her. Okay, my mom hid a lot of information from me initially because she believed I was not ready to take it in. My mom believed she was just trying to take care of me by hiding a lot of information from me. Because, like, even for me, she even hid my diagnosis from me for the first few months until I actually stumbled on the 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 receipt from the hospital. I didn't even know what I was battling for the first few months until I was cognitively ready. Because even when the doctor cleared me for school, my mom was not ready to release me to go back to school. Because I believe she was still worried I could not handle school. She didn't want me to be that far away from her. Because I was studying in Eldoret. And she didn't want me to be that far.
So what did the doctor diagnose? What was your problem?
She diagnosed me with this rare type of depression called acute organic brain syndrome. Yeah.
And what causes this acute depression?
So I came to research about it and realized I learned that it's caused when depression is not taken care of early enough. Yeah. And for my case, it was not taken care of for 3 years. Yeah. That's why it became so severe. Yeah.
So you had to go now. They start from where you started faking your life from, because that's when everything started. Because
Yeah.
you have to put a lot of pressure on yourself to just take care of these ladies to pay their own bills, and you don't know you are affecting your well-being, your
Yeah.
mental well-being. So they had to start from that point
Grassroots.
so that they can know so that she can know what was ailing you at that period of time.
Yeah.
So now you had to like open up to the
Therapist.
to the therapist, and what were, apart from that part of you writing your own stories, what else did she help you so that you overcame the depression, or are you still in depression?
Okay, now the depression went the moment I got healed. I got healed from the paralysis.
Okay.
Then after that, without our knowledge, bipolar had started developing.
When you are now paralyzed.
After I became paralyzed, after I healed from the paralysis, I believe it's because the healing was so drastic. It wasn't gradual. It was immediate. So because you see, I just went about. You see, after a lot of pushing my mom to allow me to go back to school, because I was tired of staying in the house. Because I came to realize later on that me, I'm a free bird. After I became an extrovert, I just loved the outdoors. I started loving the outdoors, which is something I loved even before depression. Because I always loved taking walks in nature. Like you see, even during that time after I got healed from the paralysis, my mom saw that I started doing some crazy things outside the house. Like I was told that even at a certain point, I went to a neighbor's shop and asked for 100 shillings credit without money. And the shopkeeper almost beat me up before the mama bogas came and defended me and paid for that bill. After that, my mom put me under house arrest, which made me very agitated. Till at certain points when my mom allowed me to go out to soak in some sun, I would jump over the perimeter wall and run away. I was told that at a certain point they even found me in a matatu going to the Kawangware. Yeah. And my brother had to carry me all the way back home from Udhiro, which is quite a distance away, so that I don't run away. And I was screaming and shouting the whole way through. Yeah.
So during this time, is it the bipolar manifesting or still the
It was
depression?
the bipolar. Yeah.
So now have you started a bipolar treatment?
Yes, I have. I'm on mood stabilizers, which honestly don't have much effect on me. Because the only effect they have is that they help me sleep well at night. Yeah.
So these other times they don't really help.
They don't really stabilize my mood. Yeah.
So how do you stabilize your mood? Because that those signs, and also some of our viewers are watching, and most of them they might not have knowledge about bipolar. Can you just be kind and inform them what is bipolar and how you can stabilize your mood?
So bipolar is a mood disorder. It elevates your moods in either spectrum. Either when you are high, it makes you manic, or when you're low, it makes you depressed. So it's just there. It just exaggerates your moods. Like that's why my voice is loud. Because whenever I share my story, my moods really go up. So my voice follows. Yeah. And it also affects your sleep pattern. Because for me, my sleep pattern was affected since depression. Because I was told by my mom, like, there were some points, like, I'll not sleep at all for like 3 days. I'll just stay awake. I'll probably sleep for 1 or 2 hours. Then I wake up in the middle of the night and my mom finds me watching TV at 12 in the night. Yeah.
So can we say after now you healed with you're healed from paralysis, the depression part has gone.
Yeah.
Now, what was it important, or why was it important for you to visit a therapist or a psychiatric?
To ensure that my mind is okay, as my body is okay. And it was a well thought of idea. Because it was that therapist who calmed my mind enough for me to go back to school. Because after I got healed, I was very excited. And my voice was extremely loud. Yeah.
Louder than now.
Imagine. I will talk and windows will vibrate. Imagine.
It's not funny.
That's my night. Please put this in the show. So after I saw that therapist for a few months, she eventually cleared me for school. But my mom was still hesitant on taking me back to school, on me allowing me to go back to school. Because I just believe she was worried for me. But I went on pressuring her until she eventually caved in and allowed me to go back to school. Because for me, I was tired of just seeing the same people for all those months. Because at that point, I'd already stayed home for 8 months. And I'd missed being in the school environment and meeting new people. Because my university is a very big school. So my mom eventually allowed me to go back to school. So I went back to school as a special student. And I was given special accommodation for how I was going to live. Because I requested that I be given a place to stay alone. Because I didn't want stress from anyone, which will make me go back to depression. And I was allowed. I was given one of the engineering schools in the engineering students' rooms, which are single person rooms. But the problem was, in my classmates, they was not given any accommodation for my classmates, for my class accommodation. Or they just put in a class with other normal students, which was very demoralizing for me because they used to understand things or I didn't understand things. Because for me, it was more pressure because my memory was not okay. So I was not grasping things very easily. And the fourth year content was really difficult. But by the grace of God, I went through it. Though I did a lot of supplementaries, I was eventually cleared for graduation.
Which course did you take? You haven't
Computer
told.
science. Yeah,
When did you graduate?
2020.
Okay.
After a lot of failed graduations.
Is it failed graduation or failed exams?
Both. I'm trying to use euphemism.
Hujatuambia chat GPT? At that period of time, there was no chat GPT to help you do your cuts and assignments.
I don't even know what that is now.
Okay, that's for us who are still students and are practicing in the field.
Of
But
course, you have some easier things. You Gen Zs have it easy.
so now you've told us that you've not given us how you stabilize your moods. Yeah, you've told us what is bipolar, but you've not now told us how you stabilize your moods. When it's high, what do you do? When it's low, what do you do to avoid depression?
So what I do is just talking. I go out to meet friends and just talk and laugh. Because through this interaction with people, I came to realize that I'm a very funny person. So I just like going to friends and just come up with jokes, we laugh, keep the conversation going. I also share my story to motivate people. and to also let it all out. That's how I keep myself stable.
Wow, that's nice. So, what happened to your girlfriend? Because she was
Eh?
there when you were sick. She helped you. She helped you. She helped you in the hospital when you started working. She was there. So, what happened to her? Why are you not talking about her anymore?
Because she doesn't deserve to be talked about.
Why? And she has been there all along, all this
Exactly,
time.
has been. Past tense. Because she's past tense.
What happened to her?
That lady had the audacity to get pregnant for another man while I was paralyzed. And I believe because she knew there was nothing I could do about it. Because I could not even move.
So, but she was there when you were in the hospital.
Yes.
She was there when you took your first step, when you were learning how to walk, or
Yes.
she wasn't there.
No, she was not there.
She was not there when you were taking your first step after the.
No. Because she had to go back to school and study. Yeah. But she used that opportunity to also get pregnant. Was that lady? It's like when I got sick, I freed her to be herself. Or that lady just went crazy. In the sexy kind of way. Because as I was home on deferment, I remember, because first thing, she told me that she'd moved to Nyeri. So I was curious. Who are you living with? She told me that she's living with a lady called Josephine. I believe she did that just to comfort me. Because indeed I became comforted because at least she's living with a lady. But God is the revealer of truth. Because one day my classmates decided to surprise her by visiting her at her place. When they got there, I was told that they went there and found a man.
Wow.
Imagine. Because even before that, before she even finished school, one day she posted some pictures that she had taken a photo shoot in her room. She was just doing some sexy positions, things she's never even done for me. But she was doing for a random photographer. Imagine. It's like that was the real her. She was just pretending for me.
And what about the campus couple goals? Now, what about that now when you went back to school? You don't have your girlfriend, you are back. Yes, you are back, but your mental health well-being is not up to par. So how did you handle all these? Because umerudi, kila mtu expect he's back. Tutaendelea kuona the couple goals that we used to see previously. So how did you handle everything? Because najua, if you don't handle them well, this will also lead you to another depression,
Yeah.
or will make your bipolar be unstable. So what happened? How did you control, or how did you now come back strong to just face everybody and to avoid yourself not going into depression again?
Actually, they go back to school. It was like a new slate. Because all my classmates are already gone,
Oh yeah.
including my girlfriend. So we'll just be talking online through video chat. Thank God for WhatsApp video. It was the cheapest way to communicate. You just get, what was the name of those bongo points with many? Those bundles?
Tunukiwa
bundles. I get the hour bundle. The power hour. Yes, that was the name. I just get the power hour and have a powerful session. Actually, that lady, what? We did crazy things. We just do some crazy things online. That's to keep me upbeat. Yeah.
So now when you realize this lady is pregnant, did it affect you in any way? Because I know heartbreak huuma, hakuna mtu atakata hiyo. Heartbreak inatumanga, to some point people go into depression, anxiety, unapata they experience a lot of mental health signs. So how did it affect you? Ama how did you take it?
For me, actually, after that healing, I was, me as an introvert, I was very naive. Before she moved to Nyeri, she had moved to Kawangware because she got a job with Equity Bank Kawangware. She was one of those who used to fly students.
Okay.
Yeah, so during holidays, she would get works with the Equity. So she got a job closer to home so that she keeps tabs on me. I remember one day I visited her and I noticed changes in her body. Her breasts were larger. Her behind was also larger. So me in my mind, I was like, hey, she's blessed. Maybe it's late puberty. That's how I defended myself. Because I even went and Googled what are the signs, what are the causes of large breasts. Then the first result was
pregnancy.
So I'm like, no, she couldn't have gotten pregnant for someone else. No, we've not had sex since I got sick. But she can't be pregnant for someone else. So maybe it's just blessings. That's how I used to console myself. Until she moved to Nyeri. So when I had word from my classmates that she was living with a man, everything came crashing down.
So that proved you are the first, when you searched for...
It was right. That she was actually pregnant. And it wasn't my pregnancy. So I also consoled myself thinking that she'd come back and raise the child together. Little did I know she already had plans. She moved in with the man. And they started a life there. Yeah.
So now, how did you handle it? She moved in with a man. She has not come back to you so that you can raise this child together. She has moved in with the man, maybe the father of the child. They're now living together. Now you're single. You've gone through what you've gone through. Now you are here. So how did you now come out strong to say, okay, I've gone through what I've gone through. It's now high time I move on with my life and live a normal life like others. So when was your turning point?
Church is my turning point. I ran to God because God is the one who healed me. And I thank God because He has been with me ever since He healed me. Yes, He was with me before, but now I know the connection. I'm aware of the connection. So I just ran to God for comfort. I just pray. And God has kept me stable. Yes.
So as we come to the end of the interview, for those who know more about bipolar, it gets a point when you're agitated, you can't really control yourself. You find that you sometimes do weird things like maybe breaking plates, breaking things. So how do you control yourself when you're agitated to avoid all these dramas?
I just take walks. I take walks in nature. For me, I love nature enough that even my fourth year project, my idea was coming up with a website to display the sceneries of my university. And because I'd forgotten a lot of campus content, some of my classmates are the ones who helped me make the website. I just gathered the photos that were needed and sent to them, and they who helped me come up with the website. So I have a very big, deep connection because nature is therapeutic.
Yeah.
So I like taking walks in nature. Like every weekend I go to Arboretum. If I find a group there I can hang out with, it's okay. Or I just walk around Arboretum. So nature helps me out.
Okay, and have you started advocating for people who are going through depression or anxiety, or for people who are who have bipolar? Have you started advocating for it? Because we all understand that mental health is a baby; it's just growing. It started. We've come to realization when it's already too late. Most people have suffered from it. So, have you ever sat down and thought of starting either an initiative, or when you meet people, you talk to them about mental health and bipolar? Have you done that?
Yes, I have. I do that by sharing my story. Yeah. Because wherever there's an audience, I share my story. Whenever I'm in a mental health forum, I share my story. I always ask for an opportunity. And whenever I'm given, I'm always glad. Or I came to realize my story is very motivational. Or I share it to show people that mental illness is not a destination. It is just a path. It is just a journey. And a journey has different destinations. Yeah.
So, what is your final words to the viewers who are watching this about mental health and bipolar?
Okay. I say this specifically to men. Speak up on your issues. Don't die with your problems. Gone are the days when men did that. We need to end the cases of suicide. Bring them down to zero. Because death should never be an option.
Thank you so much. Wow, that was such an inspiring story, and I hope that you've learned one or two things. For me, I've learned anxiety leads to depression, and there are signs of depression which include lack of sleep, lack of food, agitation. I hope you have also learned them, and also I hope you have also taken a point that when you go through maybe when you go through anxiety, you realize that this part and this part, you should get professional help from somebody, or you should talk to a person. And we've also seen that he takes steps like maybe just taking nature so that he can come out of his anger, or maybe if he he is agitated, he comes out of it. So viewers, kindly take care of your mental well-being. As I advocate and I insist every day, your mental well-being is very important and it controls your daily life. So take care of yourself and ensure that your friend is okay and also your neighbor is okay, and support someone when you see somebody is in need. And if you know any sign of depression and you're seeing it from your friend or your family member or your neighbor, kindly offer help if you can. If you can't offer help, kindly reach out to somebody who can offer help. And finally, here on The Secrets of Mind, we have therapists who can walk with you through the journey of depression, anxiety, traumas, and such issues. Thank you so much for watching The Secrets of the Mind show. You have been with me, your host, Jedida Wafula. Until next time, bye.